Okay, hi everyone, Fox 19 now. First alert meteorologist Anna DuVall here with your forecast update. Here's what it's looking like out there right now. The sun has already set here across the Queen City and it's starting to get cold. We're seeing those temperatures start to tumble here and we'll kind of see that throughout the entire night tonight. Here's what it's looking like out there right now. 42 degrees, we have winds gusting up to 31 miles an hour, feeling more like 33 for the time being. So definitely feeling pretty gusty conditions out there. The wind is blowing. Those cold temperatures are starting to take over, and that'll sort of be the trend here throughout the entire tri-state. For today, here was our almanac data for you. 50 for today was our high temperature. Our low was 41. We saw some rain out there. Again, that is well above our normal, but temperatures are on the decline here. We weren't close to either one of our records here, even for our rainfall, but again, well above our average in terms of temperature. But moving forward, temperatures are dropping. So for those of you who like the cold weather, that's definitely on the way. Here's what it's looking like out there right now on clouds and radar. You can see clouds taking over the tri-state. In some places, still seeing a few scattered showers out there, but most places are completely dry, and you're going to stay that way until snow starts to make its way into the forecast here. So let's zoom out, show you what I'm talking about here. And again, might see a few snowflakes here in the next couple of hours going into late tonight, early tomorrow morning. But right now, current conditions are mostly cloudy skies. We're in the 40s, we're in the 30s. And again, it's going to continue to drop. It's going to be feeling more like the teens out there going into tomorrow morning. Here are those temperatures: 37 in Batesville, 41 in Harrison, 44 in Lunken, 48 in West Union, where they're still seeing a few spotty showers out there, as well as Georgetown, 46, Maysville, 44. Still seeing some showers out there. The rest of us staying dry. We just have that cloud coverage taking over the tri-state here. If we zoom out to a bigger picture, you can see how warm it is down to the south. 64 in Atlanta, 73 in Raleigh, 49 in Nashville, 42 here in Cincinnati, 43 in St. Louis. So we're definitely getting kind of overtaken by these colder temperatures, and that'll kind of be the trend going into tomorrow as well. We've dropped in temperatures pretty significantly for some people. Other people just seeing a couple degrees shaved off there. 8 degrees shaved off in Connorsville, 10 degrees shaved off in West Union and Maysville as well. Then we have a couple of degrees here or there shaved off in the center. Okay, talking about our wind chill here, you can see temperatures are feeling a lot colder than our actual temperature. So 35 is what it feels like in Cincinnati, 27 in Connorsville. This is going to look more like the teens going into tonight. So that's just something we're going to get into. 27 degrees is our low temperature tonight. We're going to have a light snow that's going to be possible. It's going to be cold. We'll have that wind chill value that's pretty cold as well. 27 degrees, and again, that snow chance tomorrow morning. So we're watching out for that. We're watching out for the colder temperatures as well. Today is that first alert weather day for the rest of the evening, again, because of those cold temperatures. But going into tomorrow, this is what it's looking like. 32 degrees will be your high temperature. We're going to have a few flakes early in the morning, but overall, it's just going to be a pretty cold day ahead. Light accumulation, and I say light accumulation, any accumulation that you see is mostly going to be on grassy areas. It's not so much going to be on the pavement, on the roadways, especially because we've had such a warm last couple of days. It's just not cold enough on those roadways to get any of that accumulation. So very light accumulation, mostly on your grass going into tomorrow. But for tonight, again, first alert weather day continues as temperatures continue to tumble as well. And this morning, we saw those light showers. It was pretty mild. This afternoon, that rain chance picked up. The breeze picked up as well. And this evening, those showers are continuing to push out there. But later on tonight, we're going to be dry. We're just going to be windy. And we'll see those temperatures continue to drop. So let me track this out for you. Again, once those showers are out of the area, we'll start to see those spotty snow flurries come into the forecast. And you can see those here. Again, just a few people seeing those flurries as they start to move through. Very scattered in nature, but you'll see multiple rounds. You kind of see how this first batch comes in around midnight to 3 a.m. and then another round comes in when you're waking up tomorrow morning around 7, 8 o'clock. And then we'll be dry for the rest of the day there. So that's what it's looking like in terms of the snowfall. Again, very light accumulation, if any, and mostly on the grass. This is what it's looking like on a different model. And you can see that wintry mix, that snow coming in early tomorrow morning, late tonight, early tomorrow morning, midnight, 2 a.m. range. Any accumulation is going to be up to the north. More northern counties will see maybe an inch possible if you're pretty far north. But again, it's going to be that wintry mix and that snow throughout the morning hours. Same story to tell. I do want to show you guys this with temperatures because I really do think this helps tell that story of that wintry mix or that snowfall. We'll move. Oh, sorry. This is the one that I was meaning to show you here. It's loading. Okay, so this is why we have that wintry mix option in there along with the snow. You can see 34 degrees, 35 degrees, and again, that's not going to stick to the ground. That's going to pretty much melt the moment it hits anything outside. And so we're just watching out for that to be such a wintry mix or some snowflakes moving through the early morning hours, and it'd be gone by around noon. You could see a lingering snow flurry there tomorrow night after the sun sets. But overall, that's really what we're looking at in terms of that. The other thing we are looking at are those breezy conditions that will affect you throughout the night tonight going into tomorrow. Here are those wind speeds out there, 13 miles per hour in Cincinnati, 23 at CVG, Georgetown 16, West Union as well, 18 in Lunken, 23 in Lebanon there. Winds are gusting even stronger, and you can see the 20s, the 30s across the tri-state, and that's right now. So let's go ahead and talk about the future here. So moving forward, as this cold front pushes through, we'll see those wind speeds pick up, and that's going to be early Sunday there. You can see the 20s, 30s, even moving through very early Sunday morning. That's going to be right when we see the last bit of that snowfall. Again, that's tomorrow morning, and then those wind speeds start to die down a little bit until the afternoon, and again, those will start to pick up again. What this means for your feels-like temperatures, let's track this out for you guys a little bit. Let's back it up, show you guys what it's going to feel like outside. So going into tonight, 10 p.m., feeling a lot like the temperature, but then as we go into 4, 5, 6 a.m. tomorrow, feeling more like the teens in some spots, feeling like the 20s there. Then as we move a little bit more forward, this is tomorrow at 11 a.m. The single digits for some places, other places seeing the teens. So definitely bitter cold outside. Going into tomorrow morning, and this will be pretty much the same story going into Monday morning as well. We won't be seeing the single digits, but you'll be seeing the teens, and honestly, it kind of feels pretty similar out there when you have the single digits versus the teens. So yeah, that's what we're looking at, and then we start to see that warm up happen once again once we get back into Wednesday. So really just the next couple of days we're dealing with those colder temperatures ahead here. That is not our only chance to see snow though this week. We'll see more chances of seeing snow over the next couple of days. We'll track that out for you here, but I want to show you guys the high temperatures first because look, we do have another one of those slight warm-ups here going Monday, Tuesday. So I don't even know what to say. I'm like, wow, I feel like I'm getting great weather this January because it could be very snowy and very cold, but looks like that's going to be in our future here in the next couple of days, especially as we get towards the end of the week going into next week. But for now, Sunday's going to be cold, and then we'll start climbing up once again, just to fall back down once we get into next week. A very Jekyll and Hyde type of forecast here, but our low temperature is definitely going to be low enough to sustain some sort of snow moving forward, especially if we stay pretty cold. We're going to move forward here, and I'm going to show you guys that next chance of seeing some snow. Again, maybe some rain chances there on Tuesday. Wednesday, here's this next big system. So this is Wednesday, 5 p.m. Again, you can see how close that wintry mix line is to us, and that snow line over in Illinois. And if we move forward here, you can see that move into the tri-state and sort of take it over as we go into Thursday. So definitely a chance to see some snowflakes there Wednesday, Thursday, and then another chance there on Friday, Saturday. So we do have a pretty decent amount of snow chances here on the way in the next couple of days. So that's just something to watch out for, especially as we go into next week. But for right now, again, we had those scattered showers. A few of you still seeing those showers if you're in our very far eastern counties. But then we're going to be breezy tonight, feeling more like the single digits going into tomorrow morning. And we'll see a few snowflakes tonight, tomorrow morning as well. But it's going to be significantly colder than we were feeling yesterday, the day before that. We're going to be back into the 30s. So just something to watch out for as we go into Sunday. Now, early next week is going to be calm. It's going to be slightly warmer. It's also going to be calm. We're not going to have a lot of bigger weather events going on, especially in the beginning of the week. But once we reach that end of the week, that's when we start to see that change a little bit. So let's talk about that 7-day forecast here for you. Again, a few flakes tomorrow morning. 32 degrees will be your high temperature of the day, significantly colder than we were feeling a couple of days ago. Friday, we literally beat a temperature high record, getting up to 67 degrees, and now we're going to be 32 by the time we have reached Sunday. So definitely a little bit of weather whiplash, but moving forward here, Monday, Tuesday, again, we start ramping up in temperatures once again. Lots of sunshine out there, dry and calm conditions. That's very good for the beginning of our week, but then towards the end of the week, we have those snowflake chances, and you can see they kind of linger around here. A little warm there on Wednesday. That's why we have that spotty rain chance. Wintry mix as temperatures drop that night going into Thursday. That's when we could see some accumulating snowfall come back into the mix there by the time we reach the end of the week ahead. So we're definitely watching out for some snow on the way here. And tomorrow morning, we'll see some snow, very light accumulation, if any. Most of that, again, is going to be on grassy surfaces or on any plants that are outside. But it's not so much going to be anything that's going to cause you some trouble on the roadways. So that's good news for anybody who has to get out and about tomorrow. 32 degrees will be high temperature. And again, those flakes should be out of there by around noon tomorrow. And then we start the warming trend once again for Monday and Tuesday, staying dry, staying calm. Then we have a pretty decent amount of snow on the way. So that's all I have for you guys. I'm going to put the 10-day here full screen, and I'll let you guys look at it a little closer. And I'll be on tonight, and I'll see you guys back here tomorrow as well. Have a great weekend.